Hey, what's up? It's your boy Rawk and welcome to Rawk Recompletes, a series in which I take a look back at old games that I've previously beaten to see if my opinions on them still hold true. In this episode, I'm going to be taking a look at Super Mario 64, which released, shockingly enough, on the Nintendo 64 in 1996, and was the game in the series that had the biggest impact on the industry as a whole. So without any further ado, let's get right into it.
It's me, Mario! Hello!
Super Mario 64 is the game in the series that I had the absolute least affinity for. Growing up with a Wii and having no comprehension of this sequence of letters, the N64, and by extension its games, were completely foreign concepts to me. Much like with Sunshine, I watched videos on the game, but unlike with Sunshine, I didn't have any means of playing it, so I didn't. And before you say it, remember, I didn't know what the f*** this was, so the Virtual Console wasn't an option, and even when it was, it wasn't. The only real experience I had with this game was the remake on DS, but that's a whole other beast, so it doesn't really count. Now let's fast forward to the 23rd of June 2020, when I bought a Nintendo 64, and with it, I got Super Mario 64. Yeah, I kinda cheated. I've only ever played through this game once, so I guess the title's a lie, but if it makes you feel better, I'll play the game again so the title can be true. Super Mario 64 is a very standard Mario experience in terms of story. If I had to give a brief synopsis on the story, this would be it. Bowser kidnaps Peach. Just joshing you, but really, that's pretty much all this story boils down to. I mean, it's whatever, pretty much all Mario stories boil down to Bowser kidnapping Peach, but all of the other games have a lot more to them. Take Mario Galaxy for example, Bowser kidnaps Peach, but we're in space! Or Mario Sunshine, where Bowser kidnaps Peach, but Mario loses his anal virginity in prison. In 64, one of the Toads insinuates that the rest of the Toads were trapped inside the walls of the castle. Please give a shit! This game's story is incredibly bare bones, but come on guys, this was the first 3D Mario game, hell, one of the first games of its genre. I think it can get away with a simple story. The aim of this game was simply to transition 2D Mario into the third dimension, and the story is a true representation of that. Now, if this story was in a Mario game in 2020, then yeah, I'd be as pissed as the next guy. But it's not, so it's not like I'm gonna have to eat Yoshi's story in a fit of rage. Woohoo! I stand corrected. As previously mentioned, Super Mario 64 was one of the first games of its genre, and as such, gameplay in a 3D space at the time was a lot less refined. And taking that into consideration, holy shit, this game feels good. This game forms the basis of Mario's moveset in every game following it, so there really aren't any unexpected moves. Alrighty then. The moveset consists of jump, triple jump, side jump, backflip, long jump, wall jump, and dive. Mario can also be a baby. Neat shit. The devs thought that jumping on walking shits in 3D would be harder than 2D, so they also gave Mario the tools to assault them instead. Mario has a really great weight to him, and once again, given the context, he feels incredibly good to control. The only time I ever had an issue controlling Mario is when he's swimming, and I still have issues with that in the modern game, so I guess that's to be expected. Another thing that people take issue with is the wall jump, as instead of sliding down the wall and allowing for more wiggle room for when you need to jump, in this game Mario simply does that. You have to be pretty perfect with your timing for the wall jumps, but I really don't have an issue with this, especially because I can do this! All in all, Super Mario 64 holds up incredibly well. The fact that a game that came out 24 years ago can feel better to play than a game that came out in 2017 really says something about its quality. Or Sonic Force's lack of quality. Where do I start with this? This game came out in the same year as eBay, so to say its visuals are dated would be a massive understatement. I'm going to try and look at this from the perspective of someone who hasn't seen this! Considering the last mainline Mario game, Super Mario Land 2, looked like this, Mario 64 was a major evolution of visuals in a Mario game. Huge 3D sandboxes to explore, Mario characters evolving from sprites to models. This was a huge leap for all things Luigi related. Bowser looks like a soup can. In terms of music, Super Mario 64 has some of the most iconic music tracks of all time, and some that really push the boundaries of what can be considered music. What the hell is that? The songs in this game are absolutely fantastic. I'd say there's a few too few songs for my liking, some of them repeat fairly often. but I'm willing to let it slide given how good they are. You'll notice I went fairly easy on this game compared to 3D World, for example, and that's strictly because of the context surrounding it. This game is an incredible achievement for its time, and although it's aged, it'd be a crime to try and downplay its importance. Super Mario 64's completion is an incredibly straightforward affair. You collect 120 stars throughout the 15 stages in the castle. Every level has a red coin star and a 100 coin star, but other than that, every level does its own thing with the stars. We also fight Bowser 3 times, one to unlock the castle basement, another to unlock the upstairs of the castle, and a third time for him to f*** out completely. The closest thing to power-ups this game has are the caps, and there are 3, each having their own stage to unlock them. There's the wing cap, which allows you to fly for a limited period of time. There's the metal cap, which makes Mario heavy, allowing you to walk underwater and be invincible, allowing you to... well, and finally, the invisibility cap, which allows you to not be seen by enemies and run through certain walls. The game is super simple to 100%, and doing so gives you access to the top of the castle, where you can grab the wing cap and fly around the castle grounds. And you can also meet Yoshi! He gives you 100 lives and... no! You also get an enhanced triple jump, which makes you shiny! Super Mario 64 is a blast to 100% complete. It's simple, it's straightforward, and because of that, it might be the best game in the series to 100% multiple times through. But I guess we'll see when it's portable. Shit! Super Mario 64 is an incredible game that defined the 3D platformer, and arguably defined 3D games as a whole. It's a game that everybody knows and loves, which makes it really hard to talk at length about. The game serves as the basis for all 3D Mario games to follow it, and especially after talking about those games first, there really wasn't much to talk about. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to go lie down. Eating an N64 cartridge really did a number on my stomach. I guess it's because of how old it is, but you see Nintendo Switch cartridges on the other hand are supposed to taste disgusting to discourage people from eating them. I eat this shit for breakfast. That's right, f*** you Nintendo, you can't stop me.